That's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That was good.
I did not realize how dumb that was.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
You know me as Pious Dylan.
It's not the cup of a carpenter.
It actually is, yeah. It's
It's gold mining.
A cup of Timu. All right, guys.
I'm ready.
Welcome
I need a vessel.
to another one of our world famous Drinkthroughs.
Stop stealing.
And what a Drinkthrough. By the way, we should know, this is actually our third Highland Park Drinkthrough. Our first one was very insufficient, and it was one of the first Drinkthroughs we ever filmed. Our second one was actually a Drinkthrough of only the Cask strength releases, which you can check that one out. That's up to date as of the recording of this. But today we decided, look, let's get all the Highland Park we can get.
Yep.
We got a lot. So let's go do a quick rundown, talk about what we got, and then we'll get everything out of the box and into the order that we're going to drink it. But let's just go down the line here because there's a lot to talk about. So first up, we got the 10-year Viking Scars. This is a release that was a Traveler exclusive. Then we've got an old 12-year.
That's what I started with.
Another old 12-year. And then the modern 12-year. And then we've got a 13-year independent bottling. These are just in order of how old they are. Then we've got the 15 years, the old and the new. And then a 16-year travel exclusive. And then what do we got there? That's the high volume. Full volume? What's it called?
It is actually full volume.
Yeah, 17-year. Then we've got the old and the new 18-year. Then we've got the 18-year single cask. And then we've got the 21-year and the 25.
Delicious.
But guys, I have to tell you, I've been holding out on you.
You're not. What?
Because I have another bottle that I didn't tell you I had.
Yes!
I got lucky.
This is why Dylan
Did you get the 30? You got the 30.
I got an old 25.
Whoa! No way.
So,
Wow.
let's get these out of the boxes.
How did you get that? I'll just leave. I'll just leave and I'll just drink this one.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we'll get these out of the boxes and we're going to get them in the order that we're going to record them. And we'll be right back in a jiffy.
Jiffy Lube.
Great job. Thanks for screwing it up, Jules.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
There goes
Ready?
Yeah, yours was better. Mine was weak.
Terrible. You gotta keep that in.
All right, well, anyway, we decided to actually just keep it in this order because we outvoted Jules. But are you guys ready to do this?
I am ready.
All right, we're going to kick things off with the travel exclusive 10-year.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, the Highland Park 10-year. Let's get a close-up here of the bottle. It's got a really cool light blue on the 10 there. 40%. It's called Viking Scars. I don't know what that's all about. And as you can see here, this one was bottled for the UK, product of Scotland. We don't have a lot of room over here, do we? But let's get this one poured. Do you know anything about this one? I just know it's an export.
It's a cheaper version.
Yeah, 10 years old.
It's for people who don't want to spend too much, but they have to get something for somebody, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I finally spilled the cheap one.
Yeah.
I usually spill the expensive stuff.
Ooh, it's getting stuck here. All right.
How is the nose?
So quintessential, like a Highland Park aroma, but with ethanol.
And not very much sherry.
Yeah.
Almost no sherry. Light sherry.
Light.
It's there,
Yeah, it's a little bit.
but it's you're not gonna nose this and go, "Wow, this is elegant," right?
So let's see what they say here.
It's just a standard nose.
Standard.
But yeah, you get that ethanol hit, man.
Yeah, you get the ethanol.
Yeah.
But you know what? The positive is it doesn't smell like a cheap Scotch.
No.
And we've had some,
Yeah.
like the Statesman.
It smells all right. It smells a little bit cheap. It smells like if you had
Yeah, no, I'm not talking. This is like
You could convince me this is a blended Scotch.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think you could.
It's definitely better than the Circus Well Scotch.
Okay. Well, yes, it is. Let's give it a taste, guys. It's really not that bad.
It's actually
It's pretty drinkable.
really drinkable.
It's pretty sweet. It's not a lot of depth. There's not a lot of finish.
It's mostly just sweetness.
It's just some sweetness up front. You know what? This would highball. This will totally highball. Maybe we'll do that at the end.
Special.
This is the one I would highball, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you know what? You know what it feels like. This is like what I would get at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Sitting at the slot machine.
Actually, you'd be lucky.
I'd be
It's
fine.
pleasant. It's pleasant.
I'd be fine.
It's pleasant. It's fine. It's easy to sip.
Yeah.
Not particularly interesting.
Finish is not good.
Not great.
There's
finish.
not much
ethanol. There's
finish.
the aroma has ethanol.
Yeah.
It's
Serviceable.
you get a almost like a soupçon of Highland Park flavor profile.
A touch. Not a lot.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Not much.
Okay, guys. So we decided that we're gonna pour the 25s and the 21-year-old now. So
I think
they've had
Dutch should pour it.
plenty of time to open up.
Let me get the video ready.
Okay, next up, we're moving into the what?
No, nostalgia.
Oh, we're moving into the old school 12-year. Let's take a quick look at the bottle here. And 12 years old. This was like the 1990s era. And this is 40% only, which is
That
unfortunate.
picture, man, it just brings back memories.
Back. And as you can
Brings back
see,
the
this has
memories.
I think it's a Jefferson's cork in it because the cork ripped when I opened this. And if you're a member of Curiosity Private, you can see the video where that happened.
All right, so who cares? I want to tell my story. For folks that are new to the channel, I started my whiskey journey with Highland Park 12-year. And this was when I turned 21. I logged on to BBS and I asked the people in the webs, or what was
Internets.
the web at the time. I said, do you have a recommendation? Because we didn't have the internet back then. So I had to ask these people. I'm like, hey, would you
was the
recommend
internet.
something? And it said, you should do Highland Park 12-year. And so I went to the local Vaughn's or whatever it was at the time, Fedco. No, it wasn't Fedco. Gemco.
I love
It was
Fedco.
Gemco at the time. And I got one. And ever since then, I had this fond memory of Highland Park 12-year. So.
Cool story. How's the nose?
There's a sherry.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Man.
It's like very rich.
I mean, this is a sherry bottle.
This is
Coming
what you
from
would
the
get right now, like at an 18-year plus level in terms of the
seem
aroma.
like it. Yeah, the aroma is really, really rich.
It's rich, it's fruity, it's jam, it's stewed
fruits,
fruits.
man.
I mean, it's almost like a ripe rotting flavor.
There's a
stone
So
fruit,
imagine
yeah.
like the summer fruits almost rotting to some degree, and you're biting into it, the juices are oh man, that's just the aroma.
Yeah. All right, let's go in. Palate.
Oh. Man, the finish.
That's his open.
This is not a 12-year. This is not a 12-year. This is not a
opened up.
12-year finish. This is like an 18-plus year finish.
The most impressive thing is that it's only 40%.
18
That is
plus
really
finish,
impressive.
right?
No, it's a little short. The finish is
short.
rich, but it does drop off a little bit earlier than I'd like.
It is short.
But the flavors on the finish are fantastic.
Just the palate, man. The palate.
It's such an easy drinker.
All that stuff on the aroma
The nose is so
translates.
good.
Yeah, you're right. It's not 18 level. It's probably like 13, 14 level.
It's really good. I mean, it's really nice. It's rich.
It's juicy.
You get a depth of flavor in this that I don't feel like you get in a lot of 12 years anymore.
So the thing is, I think
it's the
in
richness.
recent years they really moved toward oak and like less light fruit, less floral components with the new style of Highland Park.
Yeah.
This one had just again the breadth. You love how you can pick out like every level of flavor, and that's what I enjoy.
It's really nice, and it has opened up. I mean, just in the time since I cracked it, it definitely tastes richer now.
Yeah, it's really
nice.
rich.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we have a lot to go, and we have two other
I'm gonna
versions.
save this.
You mean
I'm gonna
fortunately.
save this.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to save mine as well for comparison to the other 12 years. So let's move on to the 2000s era 12 year. Okay, so the 2000s era Highland Park looked like this. This is the only one I have left. That's all.
Don't have much left.
And Dr. Sass almost killed this bottle last time he was here, so I'm glad I actually
Did you
saved.
stop him?
Well, I didn't know we were going to do a
Obviously.
drink through, but like I did save a little bit. It's got some floaters. So-
Is this Dr. Sass's?
He was drinking straight from the bottle, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to pour
As he does.
slowly so we don't get any of the crap in here.
Was he drinking that in his purple robe?
You know it.
Blue.
I thought it was purple, or was it because he didn't wash it?
I think it turned purple by the end.
I imagine. Let's compare.
All right. There's still a little bit left.
Nice.
Enough for a top up if you guys need one.
No.
I thought we were gonna kill the bottle. All right.
Too special.
So 2000s era nose. How is it? Now, did we go up in proof, or is it still 40? So 43%. So we did go up 3% in alcohol.
Ooh.
And yet a little less.
It's less sherry.
It's less sherry.
Less sherry,
But I
for
think
sure.
there's still a richness.
Yeah,
gonna
but
compare.
Still there.
yeah, but
Oh wow!
But it's
Smell
less
the old
sherry.
one. Smell the old one.
the old one is so different.
So much more sherry.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
This is a little more floral, almost. A little more pepper.
Yeah, I'm getting more spice out of this.
There is sherry, but it's just not as deep and rich. All right, let's try the palate.
I feel like the wavelength is just, I mean, the bandwidth has narrowed a little bit.
Peatier.
Oh, peaty. Yeah.
Much peatier.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Way
It's all
peatier.
peat.
Wow, it's two completely different
It's
scotches.
it's sour at the finish for me.
I think the finish is fine. It's just that peat hit. It's just a very different flavor profile.
A little bit more of the oak.
More oak,
It's
more
coming
peat,
through.
less sherry. I mean,
Yeah, peat, oak.
No sherry.
I think this is like the beginning of like the flavor profile moving away from the floral that you got in the old release.
moving
Because I
away
think
from
we'll
the
get
sherry.
another reminder of the 15
Yeah,
level.
15 kept
But
the
like,
bottom, yeah.
you know, it's
these are two completely different scotches. These
Yeah.
two.
it's still good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, but I don't like the finish as much as
I
as
agree.
the other one too.
I agree. I think this level of peat with that level of sherry would be really nice. So
And I feel like this tastes like a 12 year,
yeah,
whereas the previous one tasted older.
yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the modern current 12-year. Okay, the current 12-year looks like this. This is kind of the motif they're going with for all these. Viking Honor, 43%. Really good-looking bottles. I mean, I like the way these bottles look. Cool design. All right, so let's see how this one is.
This is nice because I get to almost like relive the journey of Highland Park, going from the 90s to 2000.
Yeah, and that's what I think is kind of unique about this particular drink through is we have these older iterations to compare with the modern what's on the shelf.
Wow. I feel like it found its voice again.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a blend of the two.
Yeah.
There's more
It does feel
sherry
like
on
a
this.
blend. Yeah.
Maybe a little more peat than the 1990s.
Yeah, definitely more peat, more sherry.
Huh. It might be
This is a way better balance.
a better nose than the old school one.
Yeah.
What, old school, what, the 2000s?
The 1990s.
No way. No way.
The proof helps it. It really does.
It's more complex.
No way. No way.
I don't know, I think it is.
I don't know. I think it's
might
on
be
par.
honest.
I think it's on par with this nose.
No, they're
They're
off
different.
they're off their rocker.
It blows it out. This has got more proof to it. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
All right, see? Voice of reason.
Yeah. He's right.
Voices of reason over here. Not
He's
nostalgia.
right.
Okay, palate.
Still nice.
It's a nice blend.
It's nice.
A little more
one.
spice, a little more floral.
More floral.
A little bit
Definitely more peat.
more barrel.
Especially on the finish.
Yeah, more barrel,
more
more
barrel,
peat.
especially on the finish. Barrel.
A good amount of sherry. More sherry than the 2000s.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say.
This is actually a nice
I think
kind
the
of combo
breath
of the
back
two.
opened up again. I mean,
And
all kinds of stuff.
it's a little bit more complex than the 1990s, I feel like. The 90s was very focused on the sherry.
I disagree. I think it's less complex than the 90s, but I think it's more complex than the 2000s.
It's just a wider breadth.
yeah.
Whereas the 90s was really focused on the sherry. Like, this just has more flavor.
I mean, this
components.
still dropped the floral though. That's the
I don't know. I still get that.
No. I'm getting hit.
No, I'm not getting that because you already jumped to the sweetness already.
It's just less sherry. I mean, the 90s is just all sherry. This is all sherry to me. This you can actually taste the peat, and you can get a bit of the floral.
Yeah.
Try the 90s again. It's really good. It's just sweeter and more sherry forward. It's almost like a sherry bomb.
You know what? The thing is,
It's really good.
So good.
the dram
It's
that's
sweeter.
no the
Because it is
dram that's
sweeter.
dried around the glass
It smells great.
smells like brown sugar.
That's what I mean. I
Right?
think it's
And
sweeter
it's-
and more fruity. It's
And
more
here
sherry.
it's more wood and peat.
Yeah, the peat is the big differentiator. So the sherry's not
Good.
as the sherry's not as rich.
Yeah.
You're starting to get that what I think of as the Highland Park split between sherry and peat. With
You know what? I like this. I like this release. I think sometimes more than the other like legacy distillery releases because I feel like sometimes the other legacy distilleries, in order to understand that personality, you have to go higher age. Here you do not.
Yeah, this 12 is
Like, 12 year is-
really great representation
Yeah.
of
Like you say,
overall,
you're gonna either
yeah.
like it or not. Like you're gonna say, "Oh, I understand Highland Park. This is sufficient."
Yeah.
You do not have to go higher, which is what I like.
All right.
It's like for people like me, you know, the common man who have to work for a living, unlike...
On your helicopter?
Let's move on. Okay, we're jumping into an independent bottling. This is a rare find 13 year. And it is, as you can see there, distilled at Highland Park. And it is 53.9%. So much higher proof here.
There.
And hopefully it doesn't blow our palates out.
It will not. So my question when I drink independent bottle is like, what was wrong with this flavor profile
Yeah.
that they sold it off, right? And I'm gonna, before I even get near it, I'm gonna say it was too sweet. I'm gonna say it was too sweet.
Well, I've had this before, so I won't say.
Oh, okay.
So is Jules.
So you cheated.
No, I just...
Okay, here we go.
I'm
Here we
gonna
go.
participate.
Huh.
It's just really off profile to me.
Very. Especially on that nose, man.
This is not Highland Park. You know, that's
Exactly.
the thing.
Yeah. It's like I get figs.
I think they forgot to put some peat in
No,
it.
no, there's like no peat on the nose at least. It's very figgy, prune.
I mean, like, what is this? It's just not. It's not spay. It's not Speyside like sweetness, but
It really just tastes like a sherry bomb.
yeah, like Campbelltown or.
I don't know, taste it. There's like a funk on the palate that it's actually really
Whoa.
interesting.
Whoa!
But it doesn't taste like Highland Park.
It's a wax.
I get why they sold it.
Yeah, the finish is bad.
This is okay. so over oaked.
Over oaked.
Too much wood. It's sour. The finish is not 13 year because it is too bitter. And I'm like,
Well, the sherry depth is actually a lot for 13, I think. But it's just like
woo!
there's
No,
too
that
much.
funk, though,
Yeah,
the
there's a
funk
funk.
is just overpowers
Wow.
it.
I think it's tannic too.
It's very tannic,
Yeah.
which is strange.
I've never had that in Highland Park.
Yeah, this is like if you told me. I mean, if I were to remove, like intellectually, if I remove the upfront flavor profile and then just analyzing the finish, I'd be like, wow, this I can see the over oak like bourbon
Oh, yeah.
style,
Yeah.
like overly tannic.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not very good.
yeah, no, let's move on.
It's an interesting exercise, but yeah, it does not taste anything like
So you
Highland
know what's
Park.
really nice is that Highland Park removes these.
Yeah.
It's almost like running it through the sieve and going like, okay, these are the
This
things.
did not match. Like this
Let's
bat barrel is
get
funky.
rid of it. So
Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's get into the 15 years, starting with the old 15. All right, moving on to the 15-year-olds with the old 15. Talk about nostalgia, man. This is the one for me, right here.
I have one left.
Same.
now. One left.
All right, I got one backup. And
It requires like a special night for me to get back to it, and every time it's just really great.
yeah, I mean, this is just...
It's a good balance between the flavors and the finish. It's just really good.
And there's so much nostalgia with this one for me too. Like this was the first one for me, where I really tried like a premium Scotch, and I was just
Blown away.
blown away by it.
Oh, it's so.
Oh, such a different
Oh,
presentation.
man.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
different, and it is.
Now you're getting
if you
a
had
velvety-
this, you would say, "Is this independent bottling? Is this off flavor, right? Profile."
It's
So
floral. It's light. It's bright.
you hit it on the head.
The sweetness is
it
great, though, man.
leads with floral, which
Yeah,
is weird
yeah.
to say in a Highland Park, but this is like the old guard, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's give it a try.
Oh, the mouthfeel is great. Just that juicy fruits coming back again.
And the sweetness is not a deep sherry flavor.
No.
There's like touches of sherry, but you get some of the more appley,
get the
fruity
fruit,
flavors that mix in with that, and it's just like it's like a melange of fruit.
Yeah, when you get past that,
And floral.
all the familiar flavors that you would expect in a Highland Park comes through.
Yeah.
And you can experience and appreciate that more even on the finish, because the finish is much longer with this 15 year
it's
compared to the
nice.
12. And it's very nice, which then accentuates the next sip. I think this is why we go back to this, because it has that extra level of drinkability, and it is
Yeah, but the
just-
mouthfeel on this one, it's like such a velvety coating.
Velvety.
It's so nice.
Yeah, but it's not nearly like doesn't taste anything near to a sherry bomb.
No.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's a very different level of sweetness and fruit on this.
Yeah.
Than a lot of the like comparing that to the 12.
I would say the 12 old
Yeah, the old
1990s.
90s one.
You
yeah.
would almost think that one
It's like a
is
sherry
just
bomb.
it's like overdoing it, right?
Yeah.
Here it's
Oh my gosh! Just
It's tangy.
just smell the old 12. Like it's completely completely different.
But it's like it's melded together really nice.
I think the balance is way better.
Yeah.
On this,
Yeah.
the 15 is. It's just this is what I love about Highland Park. Like it's got fruit, it's got peat. It does this. Even this one has some sherry, but it's just the way it's all balanced and blended is just delicious.
Oh my gosh.
And you don't get any of the ethanol. You don't get any of the alcohol.
No, we should. I think we're still at 43% on this, right? Yeah. Oh,
Delicious.
I don't want to move on from this one, but we do have a lot to get through. So let's get to the modern 15 year. All right, guys, the modern 15 year. Now, actually, the most current version of it, they've stopped using these.
Yeah, the ceramic.
Ceramic.
That's a collector's item now.
And they've gone to
I
the
love those.
glass bottle, but this one just looked beautiful.
Ceramic, yeah.
And look at that, 44%.
This
So
made
it's
such a great gift.
Oh my gosh,
It's a best gift.
Yeah.
this is an amazing bottle. I don't know if they're ever going to go back to it. I think it was a production issue, but
I don't think they're going to go back.
from what I've heard, also I remember we talked to one of the brand reps at that whiskey event,
Yeah.
and they said they did not change the formulation, like flavor profile at all. It's just a bottle change. So, because usually, you see a bottle change, you think
They did something else.
they tweaked
Yeah.
they tweaked things, but they did not with this. It was purely like I think a cost.
I thought
and a
at the
supply.
beginning they said that this was a limited run anyway. It's just the limited run was big.
I thought it was like it was a production thing.
Production,
and because of
yeah.
COVID, they had to like scale back, and they weren't able to get enough of the ceramics. So I don't know. Who knows? Somebody, if you guys know,
marketing.
if you guys know, drop a comment. If you're a rep for Highland Park,
Wow.
Send us a bottle.
Wow. Okay.
yeah, how's the nose? More sherry,
More sherry again.
less floral. This
fruit.
this
So
is
fruity.
the natural continuation of the modern 12.
Compare it though. Compare it. Don't get this mixed up. But compare it
This
with
is
the old 15.
The old 15.
Yeah. Just compare it back and forth.
Yeah. It's fairly similar.
Yeah.
But a little more sherry on this one. The new
Sherry,
one.
brighter still.
The old one has the floral
Yeah.
hit that you don't get in the modern one.
Yeah, it's missing the floor.
Missing the floral, and it's a little more delicate. The modern one is like a little punchier. I mean, the proof point is a little bit different. This one is more like the natural continuation of the modern 12 year.
Yeah.
Like it really fits in
Fits
line
in line with it,
the
yeah.
12.
But what's different though?
The sherry. It's more sherry. It's more red fruit, less green fruit, less peaty, less floral. There's almost
I think
none of the
peat's
floral.
there.
It's like no floral.
You know what I like about? I think the peat is a good.
It's
We
there.
always talk
It's
about
there.
the peat platter, right? And
there.
it's there.
This has more red fruit. This is just more
This is-
rich red fruit, less of the brighter fruits,
Yeah.
less of the floral. It just skews towards that red fruit that the old one doesn't really have. This one's more almost like apple-y, lighter fruits. Grape.
Okay, but what I would love to do is I want to like take a pause right here and say, what did the 15 add that 12 did not have?
To this one, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, like you can.
It's the natural continuation of the old.
How
of the
so?
new 12.
Like, so if our members say, "Hey, should I shell out the extra money to go get the 15? What am I getting more in 15 that the 12 is not providing?"
richer flavors, longer finish, but not a significant departure in flavor profile.
Do you think that the peat is different? How the peat is presented, and then I feel like it is. To some degree, I feel like the
bit,
peat is a little bit more subtle on the 15 compared to the
I would
12.
agree. I would agree with that.
And so the 12, I think, is a little bit more bold, which sometimes that means that you could understand Highland Park better. But what I like about 15 is they use the peat in a slightly different way. And they use the peat not to just say, hi, here's the peaty
here's
flavor.
peat.
They're like, you know what? We're going to utilize this so that you understand the fruits a little bit better. We want to provide the
Yes.
contrast.
Yes.
And so they create this like balancing act of I want to showcase the fruit, and therefore let's give the kind of the counterpoint here.
This is this 15, the modern 15, is more of a focus on the fruit and the fruits that you typically associate with a sherried Scotch.
Like when
That's what I would say.
When I taste this,
It's just it's darker fruit.
It's darker
not
fruit.
like
it starts really like strongly in the fruits.
Yeah.
And then as it evolves, you get the peat coming in
more
and
of the
just
peat,
kind of
yep.
here it is. Now you know what this is,
And
right?
you get a little bit of the oak towards the end of the finish
towards the
too. Like
finish.
you can
I do
taste
get more oak.
You can taste the
I do
age
get more
come
oak,
through.
yeah. Finish is better than 12?
Finishes longer. It's better.
Yeah.
It really sets
I mean,
you
the
up.
mouth feels better.
Mouth feels better, but still, I find the old 15 just to be a much more interesting flavor profile.
Very elegant.
Very elegant, very different, like so much less sherry.
Yeah.
But just not as intense sherry, I should say.
Delicate.
So, more
to some
delicate,
degree.
yeah.
Yeah.
More delicate. I think in a blind, it could get washed out pretty easily.
Oh, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
All right, very interesting exploration. Let's move on to the 18 years. Oh, no, but first we got the 16 and the 17, so never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Dylan's already gone. Let's get to the 16.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm not in the frame, and so I'm going to cut everything.
You don't matter.
You're always out of frame.
Figuratively.
Who framed Dylan?
All right, so let me kind of go.
Can we just pour the next one at least?
No.
And then tell your soliloquy?
All
Let's
right,
just do it again.
listen.
Doop 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 doop
Here, this is what the bottle looks like. And then, this is the 16. This is called Wings of the Eagle. It's 44.5%. I'm just doing this so I can pour it, and you can just talk ad nauseum while I'm pouring it. This is another export only, and I'm going to pour it now. Dylan, go.
How much was that?
70 or 80 pounds in English.
Okay, so it's equivalent.
A little bit more.
A little more.
A little bit more. Not much.
Costco was $99.
Yeah, but I bought this in England.
Okay,
So
so,
So,
I think it's about. I think
$100.
this is a little
All right.
cheaper there because you're not
Okay.
paying the import. But yeah,
okay.
on par though. I think price wise.
So the question is, for a connoisseur, should you seek out the 16 year over the 15? Wow.
It felt worse. I felt like
Yeah,
my hand
that
was there a lot
wasn't as
longer,
bad.
but it wasn't as much as I thought it was.
It's all in the glass.
It's all on the. These bottles are really not good for pouring. I've realized over the years.
It's that lip.
Yeah. Okay. 16 year.
Okay.
I remember this one from our live stream too. Do you remember this one?
Nope.
All right. Nose.
Oh. I think I remember
Why is it
now.
punchier?
Higher
Exactly.
proof. A little bit higher. 0.5.
I mean, I'm liking it,
This is more in line with the old 15 on flavor profile.
Right.
On the nose profile at least.
but it's turned up though.
It's a little bit
volume
higher.
is higher.
It's higher proof.
But dude, the floral's like in your face
Yeah.
down here.
This is a lot better than I remember it on our.
Me too,
On our
man.
live.
This is a lot better.
This is my jam, man. You know what?
Wow.
Maybe this is the modern replacement. Okay, so when you guys go, just buy me 10 bottles. I'm good for it.
We know you're good for it. It's just hilarious.
So matured and handpicked sherry seasoned oak casks for layers of flavor. So what do you guys think about the fact that Highland Park uses the sherry seasoned casks, which I guess they mean
So does everybody else.
right?
What does it matter?
Yeah.
Jeez, gosh, end of discussion. Okay, how's the palate? It's strangely somewhere in between the two 15 years for me.
I would say, you know what?
It has the nose of the old one
It's funny, the nose
and a
felt
little bit
punchier.
more of the palate of the modern one.
The
The
nose
palate is definitely modern.
Yeah.
And this is where I would say, okay, don't get me 10 bottles. Just get me two. Yeah,
good.
because the flavor profile is not as
No, I was gonna say, dude, the nose is punchier
it's
than the palate.
skewed. It doesn't have the floral that
Yeah, listen.
I thought I was gonna get on the
has it on the
aroma.
nose.
You have it
Yeah.
on the nose.
But I didn't get it on the palate.
No.
It just kind of reverts back to the.
I think it's slightly better than the modern 15.
I agree.
I like it a little bit better.
Let me see. I gotta figure out the finish though. Hold on.
That's nice. I mean, it's very in line with the modern 15.
I feel like the
I like it
modern
better.
finish is
think it's better.
though.
I like it better. It's better than the 15.
I agree. I like it better than the 15.
The finish I think is much more elegant. It's the mouthfeel is way better.
The nose is more interesting, and the palate is very similar, but just better.
For the same price, no brainer.
16?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
All right. I'll put in the order for
Two,
Two? All right.
not 10.
I mean, if it replicated the 15, I'd say give me 10, 12.
Actually, the only reason I got this is because it was on sale at the duty free. It was like, I was like, okay, it's 10 pounds off in the Heathrow duty free room. And it's weird there because they have multiple ones, you know?
Yeah.
And in one of them, it was like regular price. And the other one, I walked to the other place. And I was like, let me just see what they have before I pull the trigger on something. And they had this exact one for like 10 pounds on sale. And I was like, all right, I got to get it.
And it's literally like two stores
Yeah,
down.
it's like right next door.
Yeah.
When you go back,
Yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, this is
good.
This is a good Scotch. This is a good Highland Park.
you'll sit here and say, this is a good Scotch.
Yeah,
This is very good.
Great Scotch.
Yeah, this is great.
Great Scotch.
All right, well, unfortunately, we can't spend all of our time talking about this. Let's keep moving. Okay, pass down the next one. What we got there? The full volume? Full volume. This distilled
Is it?
distilled in 1999, bottled in 2017. It is
So you're out of this one.
47.2% alcohol. This one did feature in our old Drinkthrough, I remember. Mm-hmm. And I remember
I don't remember.
I remember not liking it. I just remember thinking it's just it was so different. It
was weird.
Out of profile, and I was like, what are we doing drinking this? This doesn't taste like Highland Park, but let's see.
And it's so light. Like the...
Yeah, it's very light in color.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, is there no sherry on this one? Is that
It looks
right?
almost yellow.
Yeah, like urine.
Good one.
No, it was not a good one.
No, it's good that you cracked.
Yeah.
Huh. Everything's like subdued.
There's no
It's
sherry.
like, it's like,
no peat.
Where's the volume?
This would probably be really good if this is the only thing you drink. But like in this context, it doesn't.
It's nothing. Yeah. I'm not getting, seriously, everything's turned
where's
down.
the volume, man? Turn it up.
I mean, I think I would like this out of context. Like out of this context. This tastes like a nice Glenmorangie or something.
I was going to say, I wouldn't even guess this as a Highland profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a Glenmorangie 18. Think of it that way. At a little bit of a higher proof. And in that context, like if we weren't, like it just doesn't. You can't have it back to back with a peaty sherry Scotch
Sherry
like
bomb.
this.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. It's not gonna.
It's like a thin version of Highland Park to me.
There's no.
It's not even
peat and
Highland
no
Park.
sherry.
It's thin. That's what I'm saying. It's a thinned out version of Highland
Yeah, but
Park.
I think it would taste a lot more full body.
Why
by
is this
itself.
full volume again? I forgot.
Where's the
Where's the
volume?
box? You wanted me to read you the marketing material? Using 100% first fill bourbon rather than sherry, they combine 200 liter barrels and 250 liter hogsheads. I can't talk. Filled at strengths between 63% and 63.6 and 63.7. Filtered at 4 degrees Celsius and naturally pale and bright, delivers a light peaty aroma punctuated with warm fruity notes. I think this was just their, like, what does our distillate taste like with no sherry?
You know what? I think this is the experimentation where they're going, let's see.
I appreciate it.
Like, yeah, it's almost like, can we go full on floral and like sugary and let's go not super dark flavors?
There's very little peat. I don't get a lot of peat.
Yeah, like I said,
Where's the sweet
it's all
peat?
fruitness. It's like unripe
like-
fruit. Unripe fruit.
It tastes like a space side. Tastes more like a space side to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you remove the peat part, then yeah.
There's so little.
I get it.
It's little peat.
There's a little bit of peat, yeah. And it's almost more like a Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
You know, like
a
an
little bit.
18, like the 18 gold, the platinum, whatever. The 18,
Yeah, gold.
or the
Your
gold.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful bottle back there. It's kind of like that, but at a higher proof and better.
Probably not worth the price. Well, it's discontinued now.
It's
right?
discontinued.
So.
Yeah, this was just such an anomaly, and I think intentionally so,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
It's
But
fine. I mean, if you have it on the shelf, it's part of the academic exercise.
as far as a drink through is concerned, this is just really sticks out like a sore thumb.
you know what I like though? I like it's almost like a break.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Resetting the palate.
We're resetting to go to the juggernauts.
Let's go to the juggernauts then,
That's what you
guys.
said.
I'm the juggernaut. Pass on down the 18. So this is the old 18.
Finally! Woo!
We had to go to great lengths.
That is so exciting.
We had to go to great lengths to get this bottle, guys.
Pulled it off.
This is from Europe.
You mean like you were just in your seat and you typed it in?
click.
This bottle had to come from like very far away to get here. I don't remember where I got it from, but it was somewhere in Europe. And they did have the old one available.
It's not like you climbed the Himalayas to go get it. You sat at home waiting for the guy to deliver it to you. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm suffering.
And actually, you found it even. I didn't even have to well, anyway, this is the old school label. And I remember this one. I remember having this back in the day as well and just being like,
Me too.
that's really good, but I can't afford it because back then I couldn't afford this kind of stuff. And
It's that iconic red.
it looks so good.
It does.
Looks so good.
It stands out in this
It
list.
stands out in the lineup. Nose.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow, it is just,
Whoa.
you know what it's, okay.
Dude, this is high volume.
Yeah,
Or whatever,
the
full
best way I
volume.
can describe it is like, every
Oh
flavor
my God.
is packaged and complete.
It's the old 15 cranked.
Yeah, but then you can almost like nose the edges of everything. Flavor.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, the orange is complete.
good.
You know, the fruits, the summer fruits are complete. They are ripe and it's complete.
Okay, so it is fruitier than the 15, a little less floral, a little bit more sherry, just a touch more
I
sherry.
think you're right. I think it's less floral, more
Less
fruity
floral.
for sure.
More
You
fruity.
get floral.
And,
No, you
and-
get
and-
floral.
and a little
it's
bit,
just- it's not as floral.
not as full, and a little bit darker in the fruits. Dylan just...
That's his own face.
It is so good. Oh, man. Did they have another one?
I think so.
Did I send you the link?
You did.
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm even getting like chocolatey,
It is so
just
good.
chocolatey vibes, man.
Oh, man. When did I send it?
That's really good.
Oh, wow.
You know what's great too? The complexity
Complexity?
carries on to the finish. Like I'm not just getting one or two notes on finish. I'm getting like the whole breadth of it, man.
Knock it a little bit on the depth for some reason. Like it hits a limiter.
I think I know what you mean because it's staying in this. Yeah.
It's really good, and
in this realm.
I just wish it went a little bit deeper in every aspect.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I want jam.
Yeah,
it's missing the jam.
It's just it goes right to the edge, which is really
it gets
nice.
stewed fruits, but you don't get the jam.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you where we got it from? I bought it.
Yeah. Can you send it?
Do you want it right now?
I'm literally gonna buy it right now, y'all.
Sure. We're not doing anything.
It smells so good.
Only one available.
I think the nose is better than the palate.
I agree.
Palate's really, really nice.
The palate's really great.
But the nose is amazing.
The nose is amazing. I'm like super, what do you guys say? Stoked
what you
about
say.
trying this again. It's been a long time. It's like coming home.
Exactly. I feel like we have to factor in our nostalgia for this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think we all really loved this era of Highland Park. Taking the 12 out, I don't think I loved the 12 of this era. But the 15 and the 18 really...
Well, for me, it's really just nostalgic. Because I started with 12 year. And
Well, you started with the old
all
one.
its flaws,
The
right?
old one.
Yeah, the old
This one. That's what I'm talking about, this era. This
It's
the
not just nostalgia,
the
though.
thousands.
It's just really damn good, though, man.
It is. It's
It's
really
so
good.
It's good.
Come on.
It's different, right?
yeah.
Should we keep this one on hand while we try the
Yes,
modern?
I'm keeping it.
All right. Let's move on to the
Shoot.
current
I need
18
another
year.
bottle, though.
You need another bottle.
Or glass.
Dylan is still buying. He's in the process of buying that last bottle of the old 18 year. Pass on down the modern 18 year. Wow. Ask him to do one thing. All right. Let's take a look at the bottle. This is what the current 18 year looks like. 43%. What was the old one? Is it 43 also?
Yeah, 43.
All right. Let us get this one. What am I trying to say here?
Let it breathe.
Let's pour it. All right. How's the nose on the modern iteration?
Well, I can tell the difference. Do you want to try?
I have it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, wow. The peat is totally different.
Yeah, the way they present the peat is very.
The old one is
strange.
peatier to me.
It's richer.
Old one's richer. The new one is a
like
little
light
flat
peat.
on the
Yeah.
nose.
It's sugary. It's a little bit.
It feels like it's kind of in the same realm, but it's just like been tamped down a bit. And I don't know if it's just because it's a fresher pour. Maybe. I mean, maybe it just needs to open up a little bit, but it's in the same realm. A little more fruity, a little less peaty.
It's definitely light peat.
Yeah. Palate.
It's good.
Fruitier.
There's the
It's
peat,
still
though.
good.
Peat-
I think the peat comes through more in the palate,
Really
man.
peaty on the palate. It's way more peaty on the palate.
Yeah, but the
Way
fruit is
more
there.
peaty.
Yeah, more peat.
Like a significant amount more than the old one, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. It certainly carries through the finish. I mean, you're getting the peat.
I don't know.
This is I don't know.
No, dude,
this,
it's strong. Like it holds.
Try the old one. Cleanse your palate with some water, and then go to the old one. Like it's. Don't drink hibiscus water.
My palate does not require the
so
kind of
sensitive.
the cleansing and stuff like that. I just go like
Palate's
this.
so sensitive.
It's gone.
Zoom in. Yeah, it is completely the peat.
Yeah.
The modern one is way peatier. Not as well balanced to me. The fruits are different.
There's no floral.
There's no floral.
Not that much of a difference. Yeah, slightly. But these
No
guys,
floral, dude.
It's not
But
bad.
there's no floral.
No floral.
I
No
agree
floral.
with you.
No.
The difference
for it.
is that you know what I like about it though is that the finish is still great.
Yeah,
I love the finish.
nothing I'm saying is bad about it. It's just the skew is way more towards
Yeah,
the
but
peat.
I mean it's just. But you know what though?
I think that's
I feel like it's so. If I were to compare the 15 old and the 15 new, I feel like there's a big difference. Here, a little bit less so.
a little bit, but
I don't know. The
A little
peat
bit less so.
presentation is really different.
yes, I'd say the peat is different. The fruits are more similar,
Yeah,
but the peat
fruits
is
are similar.
very different to me.
Yeah.
Whereas with the 15, the fruits are very different.
Yeah.
The peat level
I
was.
don't know where you're getting this peat.
I get a lot of peat on the
Dude,
modern.
on the modern? How do
lot.
you not get it? Carries through.
It's a lot.
Come on.
It's probably the peatiest. It's like the old 12.
yeah.
It's like how peaty this old 12 one was.
Yep.
I get a lot of peat.
Me too. And it carries
I
through
like the
to
presentation.
finish.
You know, it's,
I'm not saying I don't like it.
no,
I
we
do.
like
I
it.
like this a
It's
lot.
to me, the only difference is that yes,
still
there's a little
well-balanced.
bit more peat, and the old one had a little bit more floral.
A little more.
the
It
new
had all the floral. This has
so
no
this one,
floral.
It's still very good. I think it retains
And it's
Highland
real-
Park DNA.
It's well balanced between the sherry and the peat. That's what you want in a Highland Park. I think it's a great expression. I personally would prefer the old one over this presentation.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I just think this one skews a little bit more towards the peat as opposed to the sherry.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's good. I think a lot of people would prefer this one. So I still think it's a great release. And I think
It's still great.
I think of the modern ones, I think I probably prefer the modern 18 to the modern 15. Pretty clearly. It's just there's more going on.
I
more
agree with
complex.
you. I really agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's louder. Everything about it's better, I think.
Yeah, it is turned up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it has a little bit of a hint of the old.
Yeah.
And so that's what I like about it.
The
and that's why I
sweets-
think I'm
Yeah.
I'm struggling to understand like what you are saying about how different it is in terms of the
Disagree
peat.
with him.
The peat's
The peat
it's way
presentation
peatier
is,
than me.
yeah, it's peaty.
It's like times 2 on the peat.
1.25, I think.
Oh god. All right, let's move on. Okay, ready? What are we on?
I think it's the 18.
Shouldn't we do that at the end? It's so high proof.
Stop.
Okay, pass on down the next one. The single cask 18. This is a newer release, right?
Yeah, this is my private collection. Age 18 single cask.
56.9% alcohol. Beautiful
So
bottle.
you know it's a
Look at
Dillon
the
bottle.
color, man. Look
You
at
know
the
it's a
color
Dillon
on
bottle.
that.
Jump. It's cola.
It's cola. This is gonna blow us out, man.
Yep.
Thanks for
you.
messing up our
And
palates.
going in.
That's just you. Wow, generous pours of my private collection.
Sorry. You could have poured it.
Nah.
You prefer to make fun of me. Yeah. All right. This is probably going to just be our favorite. I'm just going to go on record and say I think we're going to like this better than everything else. How's the nose?
It's so strong, right?
Dude, this is really strong.
Well, you're getting to prune level here with the sherry.
Yeah.
You're getting the sherry bomb essence. You're getting some cola and prune.
This is
It's
cola.
like prune cola.
It's prune cola. Yeah.
Prune cola.
No,
But-
peat, not a lot of peat.
No peat.
I mean, there is some, but it's
But you
very
know
subtle.
what's... This is where...
Is there?
No, dude, there's like no peat.
I feel like the problem is there's a price, like it's prohibitive because of the price.
How much?
I think this was 500.
Oh, wow.
But-
yeah, we haven't talked about price a lot. We'll maybe do that in the recap.
But it's prohibitive, but like I felt this would be a nice transition for bourbon drinkers. Cuz you get Scotch, but then you get
Why wouldn't you buy like Aberlour? I mean, it's just or the cask strength. You don't get quite this level. I get
the
that,
reason
but-
I think the reason is because I get the finish on this one.
Oh, this nose is awesome.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of the Dewar's 32 on the nose.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
This is probably a little better, but like
It's really
the proof helps a lot.
it is just intense, right? Every level.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's spice. There's all the sherry sweetness you could want. It's not a
dark
lot of peat.
fruits.
It's
Not
like
peat.
it's like a they just like pour the bucket
It's a little bit drying
on the finish.
on the finish. Yeah, the end of the
you
finish.
get a little bit
think
more of
it's
the
that
wood.
spice.
A little bit
Yeah, the
of
wood.
bitter tannic thing coming into the end. That for me is enough to tell me that I wouldn't buy this. But the upfront flavors are fantastic. The nose is
And the
amazing.
nose is amazing.
Let me give it a second sip.
It is a bit drying.
Yeah.
I feel like if you
Also,
know,
we've had
But how much?
well,
in all
okay,
of these
but you know what
already.
the thing is, I do feel they could have blended it out if it wasn't a single cask.
Yeah.
It's a good representation, but I think if they were able to go beyond the single cask, they would have been able to take it out.
What's more fascinating to me is thinking of that as a single cask of the 18, the blending that is involved to create these guys, the regular issue 18s,
Yeah.
is fascinating.
Yeah.
No, because what they're doing is they're building the mouthfeel and they're building
Yeah.
the finish.
And then you have ones that are obviously that sherry bomb, and then you probably have ones that are lighter, more floral,
Right.
more peaty, and you're bringing it all together in these amazing. I mean, like that's the craftsmanship right there in the blend.
I agree.
Interesting exercise.
Very interesting.
All right, you guys ready to get into the heavy hitters?
Let's go.
Okay, pass on down to 21. Now we have already poured this. I'm just going to show you guys the bottle. And we did pour the 20-year-old and older earlier. 46%, 21 years old. This one will run you around
Hour tour.
3 to 350. US dollars. All right, how is the nose? Oh, wow.
It's pleasant.
It's a little delicate.
Very delicate.
Maybe that's coming off of the cask strength, but like...
Okay, the first thing I'm thinking is like, what's the difference between this and the 18? Right?
I still have my 18 here.
I'm not
I've
getting
got my
cola.
old 18.
I'm not getting cola. I'm just getting prune juice.
It's more intense. It's a little... I mean, the flavors are deeper.
Because like, let's say one of our viewers went out and bought it, right? Obviously, the price difference is big.
Yeah.
And so then you nose it. We haven't tasted it yet, but like nosing it, you're like,
It is better.
It's
not worth it on the nose. No, I would agree with you. I don't know if it's going to be on the
This
palate.
doesn't.
It's not.
I expect more. When you're paying more, I expect more, and I think we have to be very careful when we present this to our viewers and say, like, on the first sniff, I would not have paid the price. Like, this should be better.
It's way under.
This should be way better for this price. At least on the nose.
To me, it smells a bit like the old 18.
Because I think I can get this on the 18.
I agree.
There's nothing new.
It's like maybe slightly richer, but not significant, not worth the price.
Not worth the price right
not
now.
on
Not
nose,
right now
just on
with the nose. But let's see.
Let's go into the palate, guys. Cheers.
Okay. It's worth the price. It's worth the price.
The finish. Mouthfeel.
Oh, no, the mouthfeel. Forget the finish.
What?
I mean, the finish is good, but like...
No, the finish is amazing.
but the mouthfeel is...
The oiliness you get.
Velvet.
The crazy thing is, I can tell that I just drank the 56% alcohol one. But this one
because
is
it dries
like
you
layered
up,
over
but
that.
then this coats you back.
It's like juicy. It's wow. Yum.
Wow. Okay. So it does not shine on the nose, but man, that palate is... This is, this is the best way to appreciate the age of a spirit, is to do these like this in this kind of order, because you understand what it does to the distillate. You understand how it changes the mouthfeel. You understand how it changes the finish. Like, this is just what happens. Now, I'm still not going to say it's worth it. I still don't know that I would say this is worth it, even though the mouthfeel and the finish are great.
This is what you're paying for, though.
Yeah,
it's what you're paying for, but is it really
what you're paying
worth
for,
it?
man?
Yeah,
like
it's worth it.
It's not even
This is
about
what
the
you're
front
paying
end
for.
flavor. It's
I'm
just like
paying
just
for
the
this.
mouthfeel
Will it
is
highball?
so good. Highball.
It's really good. This is not what I would spend $350 on, though. I don't think I would. I like it a lot.
You spent that much
Let
money
me put
on
it this way.
Kentucky Owl.
You will not feel bad for spending $350 on this.
No, you won't feel bad. You won't feel bad.
I don't think you'll feel bad.
Nope.
I don't know. I'll save it for the recap. We'll save it for the recap. I like this. Don't get me wrong.
This is good. Dude.
That's juicy. I like
I mean, the nose is, left wanting, but yeah, the nose is still...
Yeah, the nose is the weakest part of it.
You know, one thing that, though, how do we convey this to our viewers? Like, they're not going to, there are a handful of our folks, maybe like our hardcore producers and stuff like that, who'd be able to do a drink through like this on their own. The majority of people will not be able to do it. So how do we convey?
They shouldn't, because it's a waste of money.
Yeah, it is a waste of money.
You don't need all of
No,
these.
but like, how do we convey this understanding to our viewers who have limited budgets, let's say maybe, and they don't want to go through all this garbage?
Well, I think we could come up with...
How do we do it?
We could come up with an abbreviated drink through, and we'll save it for the recap.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's save it for the recap. Let's keep thinking about it.
for
We
the
got
recap.
2 more to go, guys. So any other parting thoughts on the 21 before we move
The
to
finish
21?
is excellent. The balance on the finish is excellent. It is not over drying. It's not over oaked. The front end flavors are, I would say, it doesn't blow me away.
It builds to the finish.
But
And the finish is nice.
mouthfeel is velvet.
Oily,
Buttery, velvety. I mean,
Coats
it
you
is,
so well.
And it's a huge, I think it is a huge upgrade from the 18.
Big time.
Yeah.
It's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a big upgrade. You're right.
So
Just the mouthfeel.
that's what you're paying for in the
Yeah, totally. All right, guys. Let's move on to the old 25 year. All right, pass on down the old school 25 year. I'm going to show you guys the bottle. We did already
Not worthy.
pour it. Well, I just got the close-up cam here. Aged 25 years. Now, key thing to note here, 45.7% versus... Should we just do both of the 25s at the same time?
46.
Sure, we got
to back.
labeled.
Let's do them back to back. So pass that bottle down too. I'll trade you. So this is the modern one. And as you can see there, 46%. So A little bit of difference there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the old.
So old.
So let's just do the nose first on the old.
Oh, there's sherry.
No, just the old. Don't touch the new yet. Don't even sniff the new.
Okay, so old.
Just the old.
Wow, it's sweet. Holy moly!
But it's floral too.
No, it's floral. It's
This is like the
This is like a
15.
floral,
It's like really candy,
flower
man.
meadow.
It's this one aged. It's the old 15 aged.
You're right. Wow, it's so bright. It's so bright.
So
It's like it's a sunny day. Yeah. Liquid sun.
It's floral. It's
So
bright.
skewed. I struggled to even get the peat out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Glorious. Okay, let's now just do the nose of the new 25.
Yeah.
Clear your nostrils.
Oh, so different.
Oh.
If you
Whoa.
gave this to me back to
What
back, I would say this
happened?
is completely different company.
What happened?
Yeah, where's the brightness?
You know what it is?
This is like the 21.
The sweetness. It's the dark
The
sweets.
sweetness is there.
It's the dark sweets.
It's really
Dark, yeah,
it's
it's
really good, but I feel like
You're missing the
it's
floral.
almost like they folded it in. It's almost like when you're making bread, you're like folding
I know what
in.
you mean. I was going to describe it as gummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus
Yes.
this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's weird.
It's almost like an astringency to it, too. That is really weird.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's like concentrated
And remember,
juice.
wait, hang on.
Concentrated juice.
Remember, this is a platinum scoring
Right.
Scotch for us. This is like
This is, yeah.
What is
it?
this scored a 92.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And that's also a factor that we've had, 13
Oh, man, yeah.
other scotches we've been nosing. So
So okay. The difference I see is the old 25 had the component of
sorry.
like the floral component, the bright fruits, almost like they even incorporated like the raw summer fruits into it. And then you get all the stone fruit and the stew, but then it kind of stops there, where you don't start to head over to the dark, rich, burnt phenols. You don't get any of that. But here, they left
I think
the
it's-
floral and
Yeah.
they started to shift
Darks.
to the right.
And a little more peat, I think, in the
Yeah,
modern.
I agree.
Yeah. I think that's what's
It's
throwing
really
me off.
subtle.
But you know what though? Because of the peat, it
helps
kind of pushes the aroma, the good
Yeah.
aroma forward. So that's good.
But overall,
But the old one,
I prefer the old one on the
Me
nose.
too, man.
I don't think there's any. I don't even think it's that close
man.
for me.
Man,
All right, what are we going to start with? Wait, let's do this in order.
drink.
yeah,
So,
we gotta do the old.
drink the
taste.
old first?
Yeah, drink the old.
All right, let's drink the old.
Oh man, that is good.
Wow.
It's velvety. You know what it is? The difference between the 21 year and the 25 is that the finish is like drinking over and over and over again. It's like the front end flavors are just continuing
It's like
at
that-
the highest
what's that
level.
Everlasting gobstopper.
It's like-
It is the everlasting god. Oh,
It's syrup.
Yeah.
it's syrup.
Yes.
It's syrup.
Yeah, the
It's
syrup
like
is still.
drinking
Yeah,
syrup.
yeah.
I mean, it tastes viscous.
Yeah.
It tastes. It's so similar to the old 15 to me. Like the flavor profile and everything.
You're right. You're right.
But it's just like
Turned
elevated.
velvet. It's velvety. The finish is loud.
Yeah.
It's very, very loud.
But it's elegant.
It's not tannic.
Not
Dude,
tannic.
that's crazy though. Like none of the flavors trail off.
The pe-
No.
Isn't that
No, it's
crazy? That's crazy.
I don't get.
Well, what's crazier is
It's kind of
after
blown me. It's
Like
blown my mind.
you're like, oh, you know how you go to the next sip because you
Yeah.
want to continue the party,
You got
right?
on the front, yeah.
Hey,
You don't
need
forget
to.
it. The
You don't need to hear.
party's still
Oh, man,
going.
but when you take the
insane.
next sip, it builds on it.
Yeah.
And it gets even better. And I remember saying that about the new
Wow.
25 when we reviewed it. How it's like it sets the plate and then the next one's even better.
Oh man.
But this is
so rich.
so elegant. You can pick out all these different aspects of it, which is what's so beautiful about it.
Yeah.
It's really, to me, it's so in the vein of this old 15.
Okay. But the big question, is it worth the price?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but
It is, dude.
That,
worth
I
it.
would definitely trade.
It's worth it.
the 21, 2 21s for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the 21 it's fine. It's great. But like, if you're going to save up 300, save up 600 instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
First
more
rule
than,
in,
it's more than twice as good.
first rule in government spending.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, let's do a little,
cost of the toilet. Yeah, I agree.
a little palate cleanse.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. Yum.
And then let's get into the modern 25 again, which we have rated as a platinum.
Right.
I mean, a diamond. I don't even know our score.
We don't have a platinum, man.
This is because this is platinum.
We've had a lot of Highland Park here, man. We've had a lot of Highland Park here. The nose is getting better.
It's good.
It's still on the dark side.
It's still on the dark side.
It's in the dark
It's a
side.
sherry. It's a sherry hit.
Yeah.
All right, palate.
Oh man, the mouth feels great still. It is still good, but it is skewed toward
The peat comes through.
the peat
More peat.
and the oak.
And the oak.
Like I can taste it on the finish.
Really good, but I prefer the old one.
I would say the old one is definitely double.
You know what's ironic? Well, let me take a second sip. I think the second sip is important, guys, because we set the palate.
I think I might like this one more.
It's sweeter. It's more sherry, and it's more peat.
But you get the peat.
It's this difference right here. It's exactly this difference right here between the old 15 and the new 15.
Actually, on subsequent tastes, it kind of builds, but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Well, I remember when we reviewed it. I mean,
It doesn't-
remember, this scored a 92.
Relatively
need to go
speaking,
back.
the irony is that the mouthfeel of the old 25 is
Better.
Still.
The finish is a little better. The mouth feels better. I prefer the flavor profile, despite how much I really like this. Oh, I hate this.
yeah.
I want the modern one to be better because we can help people go get
Well, let's
But you like
think
it
about
better.
this though. Let's
Actually,
think about this.
I just had the old one again.
it. And
I love the old one.
I know.
You know what it
But-
is? I think it's so the peat. Yeah, you get more of that in the new, but I think that interrupts the experience.
You're right.
You know, like
It's
it
this
just it throws
difference
it off
right
a
here.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's this difference right here.
Yeah.
This is the perfect analogy
Yeah.
for the 25 is try the 15s.
Yeah,
And you'll know the difference.
Yeah.
You'll know the difference.
You'll know the difference.
You'll notice. I'm slurring my words. You'll know the difference.
You can tell that we really like Highland Park because we've been drinking all of these.
I mean, that's the problem. Like,
we've actually been finishing.
We've been this
Okay.
is not good, guys.
so let's just do it like an academic exercise.
Well, hang on. I still have my 21. I'm going to just take a quick sip of the 21 and see
Oh, me too.
if our representation
Actually, not
has been
much
accurate so far. And then we get into the recap
much.
after this. You know, it kind of stands up.
21 is pretty good.
It's
different.
peatier. It's a little peatier. Like the peat's coming through on it now.
Maybe the 21 is.
Maybe the
where
21 is better than we were
recommend.
giving credit for.
Maybe we recommend that.
Or maybe we've just had too much.
You know what?
Highland Park.
I think 25 is.
No, the sweetness is not.
It's
right on
slightly
the 21.
hotter, and it's slightly better in the sense that like the flavors come through it better, and the peat is definitely represented. I think it's unfair, obviously going back to the 25.
It is.
But let me ask you, just rough guess, where would the old 25 land
On the scoring
on our
system,
scoring system? I know what my number is. I was doing it in my head.
I think it would be on par with the Doers, but for value. The reason the Doers is as high as it is because of value. Because at the time it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And so, like, honestly, Doers is probably closer to like a 93.
I still think the value is going to be high on this one.
No, because it's not available anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Value's 0 on that one.
No, but he's making the argument of if it was available.
It could hit like a 90. If it was available, it could be the highest thing on our score. It could be a 97.
I probably do, yeah. I've been the 96, 97.
I don't know what I would fault.
I'm
on,
thinking
honestly.
96, 97. It's
Honestly,
hard
like
to-
the only place I couldn't
it
give
would be like on aesthetics.
It'd be on value.
No, I
maybe.
give it the aesthetics because I don't know. We
It'd
didn't.
be 1 point off for value.
We didn't show everybody.
Yeah,
'Cause it'll be a four.
it'll get killed on the value for sure.
But the box is beautiful, and beyond
Yeah,
the,
you're right.
the beauty of the box,
Yeah, that is nice.
Aesthetics is 5.
I saved this because
Good,
it
yeah.
had a hologram.
A hologram.
Hologram. Like, and it has a diamond.
Whoa.
Wow.
So you know
It's like they knew.
it's a diamond
I
award
knew
winner.
Dylan Diamond.
Yeah,
So just so you know, like that's
it's like the Doc went back into the future, or
there's the
back in
letter.
the past.
Although the downside is look at this cheap crap.
Yeah, but there's a letter.
The lemon.
That's why it's a 4.
No. So 90.
It's like, hey, kid,
That's
you
why
need
96,
help?
97. That's what I'm
There's
saying.
only one man
94.
who
This
can
would be a
help
94.
me.
Okay, but so
All right, let's get to a recap,
let's
guys.
do a recap.
Okay.
I'll just keep drinking.
Shoot,
Jules isn't going to participate.
shoot, this is really hard.
Okay, let's do something real quick. Let's draw a line at the 18 year.
Okay.
And what are your standouts from the existing portfolio? Where would you tell people to go between the 12, the 15, and the 18 of the existing ones? Those three. So let's just pop them out here: the 12, the 15, and the modern 18. What would you tell people about these? Where would you start them? I actually think that the 12 is a fair place to start here. But really, I think the 18 really shines in this lineup.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't even want to bother with. I mean, yeah.
I kind of hate to say it, but I think I'd skip the 15 in this
I would
scenario.
skip the 15 for sure. It's just basically a battle of these two.
It's price. It's price.
It's price.
I think the 18 gives you enough of that mouthfeel that you're gonna say, hey, you know what, I appreciate it. So if you try the 12-year, the modern 12-year, and you say, you know what, this is really my jam, and you go back to it,
and then you know, hey,
and you
I'll
say,
spend the
you know
money
what,
on
this is worth the
this.
price. The 18 is worth the price.
And if that's out of your price range, this is still good.
Yeah.
Like, this is still an elevation.
Yeah.
But, like, the difference between these two is, I feel like it's pretty big between the 15 and the 18.
It's a bigger leap for sure.
It's a bigger league.
Yeah, and I think you get a good bang for your buck with the
I
18.
hate saying that only because like I gave this, I bought a lot of gifts with this.
It's a great bottle. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
It's expensive and the bottle's beautiful and it does make a great gift. But I was actually surprised how much I liked the new 12. Like going back to it again now after all this and like in this context, even like it's really a good.
Well, that's
holds
usually.
up,
I mean,
holds up.
they have to do the right thing because that's the gateway for most people.
They did the right thing.
and so they got to make sure that they do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they did. I agree with you. You created this kind of artificial limitation, but I mean,
We'll do more iterations. Don't worry.
Okay,
This is just
okay.
the first one.
All
Let's
right.
pull these back.
all right.
Now let's just say, let's draw the same line at the 18. What are you telling people is the most interesting experience here? No, same line
same
at
line.
the 18. You see the
You're
21?
playing This.
We'll get there. Every 18 and lower, like what are your standouts
Of the
of everything?
of everything.
Yeah. Well, let's say of the currently available first. Actually, you're actually right about the
I think it's still
16.
that.
If I had to say
think
of
it's
the
still
currently
16.
available things, what would you tell people to
Yeah.
go to?
I think
Best
it's still
value?
that.
The 16 might be that.
Yeah.
16 is good.
Like it's a really good representation of old and new,
Yeah.
and it's available if you travel,
And it's reasonably
and
priced.
the price is not bad,
Yeah.
It's a good gift
a
for
great gift,
for
yeah.
connoisseurs.
and it sounds cool. What is it? Wings of the Eagle? Yeah, I mean that's awesome.
I really don't think that they would complain. I think it has enough of a good finish, mouthfeel,
I'm
front
really
end
surprised
flavors
by
that
that.
it's
You know, usually
solid. It's a solid release.
Usually you think of the travel exclusives as like the throwaway
Money
things.
grab.
True.
Right?
But no.
I'm
This
surprised
one-
it stood up.
This
to
is
the,
an actual exclusive.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, now the everything from the 18 and below. Where do you go? Like, what do you tell people are the highlights here? Just say you had access to all this stuff. Keep the 20-year-old
Yeah, I mean the 18
old,
is a standout, and then
the
the 15
15
year is a
yeah.
standout.
and then the
Well,
OG 12.
The 90s 12 is for me, but that's
Nostalgia.
nostalgia.
That's nostalgia.
But the thing about that is it's off profile to some degree.
It is.
Like if
This is more like a sherry bomb. Honestly, it's like more like a
it's not,
Macallan.
I think if you were to drink that blind, you might think, oh man, this is not a Highland Park.
Jules has killed all of his 20-year plus for me.
Yeah. Well, I still got my 25.
But yeah, so
I think these three are the standouts of the.
The old.
I really am surprised how much I like the old 18. And I love the old 15.
yeah, old 18 was something new
Wow.
that I'm kind of shocked. Wait, is that what I bought?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
That's all that matters.
Getting bad, guys. This is getting
Okay,
bad.
so
There's been a lot of
but then let's. So best value is 16. You feel like best bang for your
of
buck.
what's available. Yeah. I mean, if
balancing
you can still
available.
find, sometimes you can still find these old 15s. I still would. This is a heavy buy for me under 150.
But
under 180
let me
maybe.
ask about the new 18. Okay, because the price starts to jump significantly, right?
I think it's really.
Would you
good.
buy the new
What's the
iteration
price?
of 18?
What's the going price for the new 18? 150.
Yeah.
50.
150.
Yep.
So what would you tell people? You have 150 bucks to spend on Scotch. Would you buy the 18? It's
pretty good value.
I mean, the thing is, I think Highland Park is great. I love it, right? The same way I love Woodford, right? Because Woodford is that everything, all the flavors in one.
Yeah.
And the 18 is a great representation of that. But people may be like, hey, I am a peat boy, or I am a Scotch or a sherry bomb person. And if you're either one of those things, you may taste that and be like, well, it doesn't have enough of what I like. But I still think as like an introduction to Scotch and aged Scotch, it has a strong place.
Oh,
And
completely.
for
I agree
us,
with you.
for us who are
Completely
pretty
agree.
much
Yeah.
agnostic, right? We're spirit agnostic, subtype agnostic. That's I think why we all are gravitating towards that. And I think for our friends that are spirits nerds like us, I still think I think it's great. I mean, what else would you buy for one?
For 150, I like you can't argue
Scotch?
against this,
With
right?
what you're getting? Yeah.
This is crazy. Because think
Yeah,
about
but you can get cheaper 18.
think about like Macallan double
not
cask
with, like,
15
not with the
year
experience you're getting
is
out of this. Come on.
$170 or something at this point, right? A 15-year Macallan double is double cask is 15.
but that's Macallan, dude. Like, what about Glenfarclas? What about Glenlivet? What about Glenfiddich?
Glenfarclas
cheaper.
15-year
Glenlivet
UK
18 is great.
releases. I got it for 89 at the time. Now it's like 100 and something.
So it's more. That's what I mean. Like, it is more expensive.
Yeah, but this is still a different experience, man. I mean,
But again, we're kind of getting confused because we're using Speyside. So let's.
What about like a Lafroig or an Ardbeg? I mean, like the Ardbeg 19. That's around the same price, right? It's a little more.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd still recommend this.
Yeah, but again, like that's what I mean. Like, if you are a peat bomb person, you would be better off buying the Ardbeg 19
for sure.
Well, the new Ardbeg 13 anthology is $180.
How much is the 19 these days?
180.
I just went and saw it. I don't know why. 300.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there you go.
This is an 18 for 150, half the price.
That's the argument.
I prefer this flavor profile. That's just me, but like,
It's good.
it's really good, guys. It's really good. Okay, let's wipe the slate. Everything's on the table now. Let's talk about those 20-year-olds. Like what you want for the old school 25 of the whole lineup? That's your go-to.
No
so
contest.
good.
No contest.
I completely agree with you.
Oh,
It's like I'm drinking like velvet. It's like drinking somebody. It was a good day.
Yeah, this is a good day.
You know.
Today.
someone poured like a bucket of sun in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I won the science prize.
The great thing about this though is you can get this in the old 15.
Okay.
A lot of it.
It's
I mean,
toned down a little bit,
down,
but yeah, I agree with you. I know, I agree with you.
But it's like Weller 107 compared to like Pappy 15. You know, it's like yes, it's in the same wheelhouse, same flavor profile, but like the depth of flavor, the
this would
intensity
be-
of the flavor is completely different.
No, you have to compare Weller 12-year and then Lot B 12-year, right?
It's not as this is more drastic. Like this 25
I
is
don't know about
much
that,
better
man.
than that.
Van Winkle Lot B.
Compared to the Weller,
they do.
it is better.
Come on, they do.
This is
way better barrel selection
this
on a
is
Van
a bigger
Winkle.
this is a bigger delta. This is
I
a
don't know
bigger
what
delta,
that is.
dude. Apples and oranges, as you would say.
Oranges. Rest in peace.
Okay, so what about the other two, the 21 and the modern, the ones that are available between the two 20-year-old ones that are available?
21 and 25
I'm starting to think that
21
is
is
standing out. Like
is standing out for me right now.
it really does stand up. And it's
What's the
getting
difference in price?
about double. About double.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
21's about
brainer.
half the price.
No brainer. You're
No,
not
Jules.
missing. You're not missing much from the 25.
The 25 is better,
experience.
side by
But
side.
you're not missing as
But
much
it's not twice.
from the price.
You and I tried the 30-year
True.
at that whiskey event, and I don't remember it being significantly better than the 25
21.
either.
Or 25, or
Yeah.
even 21, dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I mean, it didn't strike me the way that the old 25 is striking me, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
And so I think...
But dude, the
Yeah,
21
25
is so serviceable.
Well, the 30-year Highland Park
at this range.
has the new flavor profile.
it was a new one that we had tried, yeah.
The mouthfeel is excellent.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was excellent. But it was like, I don't... In my mind's eye, and again, this was at a whiskey event, where I'd had just about as much as this to drink. By the time I tried it, like, it was good, but it didn't justify the price.
So this is $250.
Which one? The 21?
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
I think we paid $300 for it.
25 was
6, 7...
500.
No, it's more than that.
500.
From where?
Reserve bar.
The fake
right.
site.
It's not going to come up for that. It's usually about 800. 800 is about the cheapest you'll actually find it for.
Okay,
Trust
fine,
me.
whatever.
If you find it on sale for, like, yes, you can get it for a little cheap. I think we got it
So
for
300
around 700.
300, 700, let's say.
It's more like 800 or 900, honestly, when you're going to buy it. At Total Wine, we got that 21 for around 300. The 25 at Total Wine's like 800, 900. Like, it's almost
It's
more
almost
than double.
triple.
It's definitely not double.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
At those prices, you buy the 21.
Yeah.
At Total Wine prices, you're buying the 21. I agree with you.
I agree.
And you're not missing
And
much.
okay, so but here's the question: is 21 versus 18
The new 18?
double? It's kind of It's kind of
I'd
worth
pick
it.
21. I pick
Yeah,
21.
I mean, it's
I'd still pay up for it.
the 21's
you'd
still
pay up
kind of
for
worth it.
So, what's our conclusion? Out of all of this,
21.
21.
Yeah,
Save your bones.
unless you can find the old 25. If you get lucky enough
Well,
to
you
find
can.
one of those,
It's still available.
it is still available.
If it's 1,000
crazy
plus.
price.
I got it actually for less than that.
Really?
$9.99.
No, I got it for under $800.
Plus 300 shipping.
No, all in.
Really?
Do you want to tell you exactly how much I got it for?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, finish this.
I told you I got lucky.
This is one of those like Dutch lucky. Hey, I see a 25-year-old every day. I see Eagle Rare everywhere. He actually ends every statement like that. He goes.
I do. Dude, I can't even find my
Over there,
receipt,
over
man.
Because your eyes are closed.
All right, well, whatever. I'll try to put the price up if I can find it. But like, it was as much as we paid for the modern one. Like, it wasn't anymore.
Delicious.
And if you can still find that, buy that. Absolutely.
Well, at least the
It's
18
amazing.
is on my way.
The old 18, the modern 18 is great. All these it was a fun experience. It was probably one of my most fun drink-throughs we've ever
Incredible.
done. And I know we all.
I drank so
I am
much.
so lucky
people.
to have
Full disclosure, we love Highland Park.
Right now, we need to do like Ask Me Anything. We will tell you everything.
Everything. And on that note, Jules, please take us out of this train wreck.
Hey, Dylan, what'd you get in your SATs?
I think I missed 2. Or was it 1? It's one of those.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a
Pretty
thumbs
angry.
up or a thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program here on YouTube and Patreon. We're also selling t-shirts. Actually, yeah, both of these.
Nope. Oh, this is one.
No, that one only.
This is one.
Oh, we're not supposed to show
That's a
this.
sneak
No,
peek.
no, by the time this comes out, that'll be
It's-
long gone.
Yeah. And we have a podcast on the major platforms. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
Wow.
Old 25.
Amazing.
25 is
Amazing.
kicking my butt. It is so good.
I hate it, dude.
so good.
What's the proof on it again? 47?
43?
No, it's old. It's higher,
I think
right?
it's like 46.
45.7.
And what's the modern one? 46?
46.
So it's actually a little lower.
Yeah.
Man, the flavor is good.
And the 21 is actually new. I don't think there was an old 21. I think it was a travel exclusive for a while. And then they did it as a regular release. Man, this really was surprising. The 21 stands out
Yeah,
like this.
21 was a surprise for me. I didn't think I would like it as much. I thought it would just be like a random transition.
So
but
we all agree if we had to have one more pour right now, or if we had one more pour right now, 25 old. Oh,
no contest.
Joel's gonna eat cracker. Look at this, dude. Like he killed his 21, his 25, and his 25. He killed them all. Like they're empty, completely empty.
So good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's like Dutch and the.
Oh, dude, I'm
What?
gonna leave that in.
Who said
so
that?
people can see what kind of a demon Dylan you actually are.
I'm not a demon.
Demon
I told you,
Dylan. It's
I
catchy.
have this right here.
All right, this is all gonna be cut. Don't worry about it.
Didn't you pee in it?
There we go.
What's up with Dutch?
I know.
And peeing.
I know.
Oh my god,
It's
jokes. You can't.
urinophile.
Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.